Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. This week I'm finally showing off this sketchbook that I've been working on since June, and I actually just finished this sketchbook today and thought it would be perfect to actually share with you what I've been working on. So this sketchbook is a studio artway. I'll leave a link to the exact link that I used down below in case you are interested. But this sketchbook has a lot of really fun things in here. But first I thought I'd show off this page. Now always on the inside of my sketchbooks I like to stick stickers, so some of the stickers in here, you've got some Kickstarter stickers, we've got a lovely little sticker thing that was given to me by a critter at London Comic Con, some of my own, some by others, and overall I just really like seeing everyone's like cute little stickers inside my sketchbook. It's really inspiring. Now this sketchbook starts off very light and very loose. I was very tentative about using this sketchbook because I have this sort of fear that everything has to be perfect in a sketchbook, when a sketchbook should be working out your ideas and progress. Not everything here is perfect, but I like that about sketchbooks. I like seeing the looseness, I like seeing people's working out before they get to a finalized product, and that's how I treated this sketchbook. I treated this sketchbook as a thumbnail, a working out tool, trying to understand how to do certain things, working out NPCs for my D&D games, and working out stuff for future pieces. And this is possibly one of my favourite sketchbooks I've done in a long time, mainly because after I got over the initial fear of using it, I had so much fun with this. I started treating it in a way like a scrapbook of ideas, and whenever I had an idea I would pick up this sketchbook, doodle it in there and save it for a future video or for a future piece that I would like to do. And I really am glad that I did that. There's some stuff in here that I am really proud of. Like, I absolutely love a lot of these NPC designs that I did, which are non-player characters for my Dungeons and Dragons games, as well as some like little character designs for future pieces I want to work on, future character designs for the Plant Witch series. It was just really fun to not have to worry about it being perfect. And this is what was really good about this sketchbook. Now, it didn't handle watercolours very well. I learned that very quickly. Since it is a cartridge based paper, it's got a smooth texture to it, but it is not like heavy cartridge cheap paper. It's got a smooth texture to it, so it works really well with coloured pencils. And I found that out very quickly that it was something that I enjoyed, and it was really fun to have these pencil sketches, which is not really something that I would massively work in. I'd normally just go straight to markers, or I normally would go straight to watercolours to try and get my desired texture. Now, I did try and do some watercolour pieces in here, but I very quickly found that it would be best for doing quick workings out and then apply it to better paper when needed. Now, gouache was not used in this sketchbook, unfortunately, but I will be using gouache in a watercolor sketchbook, because I understand that watercolor, gouache and acrylics will work better on a paper that can hold that sort of water content. Now, if you guys would like me to do a video on paper types, please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know your favorite type of sketchbook. I do have a particular favorite. I love mixed media paper. But I sometimes find that I get a bit too precious about that. So these sort of sketchbooks I just really enjoy doing. Like, some of these pages in particular that I'm flicking through here are possibly some of my favourite. Very loose character design or very loose gesture drawing with this very bold bright highlighter in the back. I really love these pages just because it's a simple thing, but the highlighter just makes them seem so bold, and I really will be going back to some of these poses and using them in future videos, as well as it really helped me understand the flow of certain things. And one thing I did particularly enjoy was me working out certain designs for NPCs for my D&D games, was the variety that I was looking at. One of the struggles I did have was I have a Tabaxi Rogue Captain, and a Tabaxi is basically kind of like a humanized cat in a way. And I was thinking of like, how could I get her pose? What could I do? And the research that I did into that, into the final product, I'm really happy with. I enjoy doing some ink washes in here. So this paper is really good if you really want to experiment. I highly recommend it. If you are using markers, it is going to bleed through, but you can always do what I normally do. I'd stick a piece of paper under the paper that I'm working on, so then it doesn't bleed through entirely. And then on the back piece, you can just stick like some textured paper down and work on top of. This is a really good way of experimenting with different types of paper, different mediums, and overall just have fun. You're also going to recognise some thumbnails for some videos in here. Some videos that I have obviously posted and some videos that are not yet posted or in the works. It's been really fun to just, whenever I have an idea, just to quickly jot it down in this sketchbook and then be able to go back to it at a later date and go, hey, I have time to work on this now. This is fantastic. There's also some like concept work for Plant Witch stuff in here as well. Some future designs that I really want to work on, some future merch ideas. This is some working outs that I did for my denim jacket. But the whole idea of this was just to experiment, and this is a very important thing I want people to take from this. Like, if you're looking through this sketchbook, is that your sketchbook does not have to be perfect. I get bound up on that, and other people do get bound on that, but there is no way that a sketchbook can be perfect, because it has all your workings out, it has all your mistakes, it has everything that has gone wrong and what you've learnt from it, and you have to make mistakes to learn from those mistakes, and sketchbooks can't be perfect because of that. It's like when you're doing maths, you have to do solutions before you solve the problem, and that's the same with science. It's the same with anything, and this is the problem I think we have with sketchbooks, because a lot of sketchbooks that we look through and we see online, it is they're very clean, they're not very messy, and this is a problem that I kind of have in a way, because I strive for this sort of idea of perfection, and you've got to make mistakes before you get perfection. Like, finally I've got a design for my Tabaxi that I'm really happy with. I finally have a design for my Goblin poop deck that I'm really happy with. Lots of D&D stuff in here that I am finally really happy with, but I had to make the mistakes before getting to that finalised product. I think Captain Ruby is probably one of my favourite characters to draw from the D&D teams at the moment, just because she's very expressive, very fun, lots of action lines, and I just really like doing that. Action stuff is definitely one of my more favourites. Some sneaky peeks for a future video. Shh. You guys totally didn't see that. Maybe you might see her in a future video idea, maybe. This is one of my favourite pages, actually. I really like this. I was going in a bit of an art vent the last week, and these last few pages that are in here are just art vent. If I'm honest, it's a lot of art venting. A lot of art venting. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. And you'll see like there's a lot of scrapbook style stuff in here, as well as like stuff that I was trying that I would not normally try. Like, I really like this piece here. This is just an idea of like line work with a very simple holographic paper, which I found at the works. It's just like a book cover. It's like those adhesive book covers stuff that you stick down, and it was just really cute and hollow, and I thought it'd be really interesting to do some style like things with it to see what it looks like. I found these really cute frames, and I thought, hey, maybe I can do something in the sketchbook with that. Not as successful as they could be, but you know, it's fun, and that's what a sketchbook should be. It should be fun. I'm really excited to get stuck into my next sketchbook now. I feel really invigorated after finishing this one, and I can't wait to get stuck in and plan out more ideas for the next stuff. And it's the one thing that I'm really happy with is there's lots of ideas I've been jotted down that aren't like stuck in my head, and I can look through here and go, hey, that's an idea for a video I once had, let's really get in there. And you'll notice that there's a lot of like Pinterest study stuff, clothing studies, body shape studies. There's just some, these last like few pages, there's just such a vent. This one is an idea I have for a zombie pirate girl. I just think she's really cute. And on this side, I have been listening to the Beetlejuice musical non-stop, and I really love the song What I Know Now. It's just, it's so good. A circus AU that I've been thinking of, as well as a monk character that I would like to introduce to a D&D game at some point. She was just a lot of fun. Scrapbooking yet again, thinking of like a story sort of idea and how you could use like a paper, written word to make an illustration. Asafie, who's possibly one of my more favourite NPCs. I love her design so much. She's a water genasi with golden scales. But if you ever would like me to do another video like showing more D&D characters, let me know, and let me know what you think of my sketchbook. I'm really happy with this. Like I said, there's mistakes in here, but I'm proud of each and every single mistake that I made. And last but not least, would it not be best to finish a sketchbook tour with our very own Marie and Prickles? Yay! More stickers. I hope you guys have enjoyed this sketchbook tour. I know it's been a while since I've done one. Well, we did the October one, but that doesn't really count. I hope you guys have enjoyed this sketchbook tour. I'll do my Huevember sketchbook tour next month because I am catching up with Huevember. Apologies, I fell behind. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and comment. If you're new, subscribe. But as always, folks, stay creative.